Hello, Internet. I am so glad you could join me, and I'm so glad it's Friday. It's such a big day, such a fun day. I had so many fun things to tell you about. I got a gun. I got a gun, guys, and I just read YouTube's gun policy, so I can actually show it to you. I thought wasn't going to be able to show it to you, but apparently I can, as long as I'm not trying to sell it to you. Which YouTube, Raja Mahan over there, I promise I'm not trying to sell it because I just bought it. And it's beautiful and I love it. I also got to go hang out with the book bunny, my friend the book bunny. Our book club buddy. Scarlett isn't even coming to say hi now. Oh, well, there she is. All right, well, right on cue. There we go. Want to say hi? All right. She's been extra sad, guys. She's been extra sad. She's been acting weird too, just doing weird stuff. I think I gotta get rid of Molly's old dog beds. I think they make her sad. I kept them because I thought she'd want to smell them and stuff, but I think they make her sad. So I'm gonna get rid of them. What else we got going on? Well, I'm actually going to read you YouTube's gun policy because the first thing we're going to talk about is going to be guns and the shenanigans that they're pulling over at in New Mexico. But I should probably check in over with the chat because I haven't even such a dirtbag. I haven't even popped that out yet. All right, you know what? I'm going to need you guys to hold on here. All right, yeah, stand by. Knew that was going to happen. All right, let's do this here. Oh, well. All right. Apparently, I screwed that up, so I'm only going to be able to see the chat from YouTube tonight, I think. So if you guys are hanging out, you might want to go actually watch over on YouTube. I am streaming over there. It's dangerous. I already got a strike. I've had a strike over there for a while, and it expires at the end of September. So I don't know. Let's hope I get lucky and don't get a second strike and restart the whole thing over again. But I don't know why I changed things again. I keep changing things on myself and forgetting how to do stuff. So I don't know. Where's the chat? I don't even see the chat over here on Rumble. So, it's probably because I'm stupid. Nope, I still don't know where it is. What is going on here? All right, well, I'm going to start off by reading you guys YouTube's gun policy. I didn't even know this until my buddy sibling revelry Paul over there told me about it. But so YouTube's gun policy: content intended to sell firearms, instruct viewers on how to make firearms, ammunition, or certain accessories, or instruct viewers on how to install those accessories is not allowed on YouTube. YouTube shouldn't be used as a platform to sell firearms or accessories noted below. YouTube also doesn't allow live streams that show someone holding, handling, or transporting a firearm. Oh, darn it. I guess I can't show you. Man, that's some crap. That is some crap. YouTube also doesn't allow live streams that show someone holding, handling, or transporting a firearm. I bet there's only a few of you guys watching on YouTube too that I want to show you guys my Marlin. I guess if you want to see, all right, this is the best I'm going to be able to do for you apparently. So it shouldn't be in the frame. I don't think you'll be able to see it, but is this okay, YouTube? Can I do this? You hear that? Cowboy shit. It makes me so happy. Every time I do it, it makes me happy. Oh, all right. Well, I can't show you the gun, unfortunately. Let's check and see if anybody is over there in the chat on YouTube. Hi, guys. Hope everyone is well. Jeez. Yeah, I'm doing something wrong over here. Yeah, I definitely am. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm dumb. All right, Wally World. All right. I'm not banned on YouTube yet. That's good. Well, I didn't show my gun, so I shouldn't be. I really would like to figure out that Rumble chat, though. What the heck is going on? Why can't I see it? Let me... I don't understand. Where's the Rumble chat? No? I don't understand, folks. Usually it's right here. I am doing something weird this time. Huh. Yeah. I don't quite understand. So yeah, unfortunately, I didn't pop out the chat windows ahead, so I'm only gonna be able to see your guys chat over there on YouTube. But Deacon Stoner, what's up, bitches? I haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you. Yeah, so if you're watching on I guess go over on YouTube if you want to join the chat. Sorry, folks. All right, let's start off with some shenanigans over there in New Mexico. You guys hear about this? The governor put a 30-day. She's just, she's saying apparently that they're suspending concealed carry and open carry permits for the next 30 days. So let's go over this article from the AP because I'm sure it'll be nice and woke the way they report it. So, this is from the AP, the Associated Press. New Mexico governor issues order to suspend open and concealed carry of guns in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Santa Fe, New Mexico Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham on Friday issued an emergency order suspending the right to carry firearms in public across Albuquerque and the surrounding area for at least 30 days in the midst of a spat of gun violence. Okay, yeah, you can't do that. The Democrat governor said she is expecting legal challenges, but felt compelled to act in response to gun deaths, including the fatal shooting of an 11-year-old boy outside a minor league baseball stadium this week. The Democrat governor said she is expecting legal challenges, but felt compelled to act. So she knows what she's doing is illegal and unconstitutional, but she felt compelled to do it anyway. Is that accurate? What she's saying there? Okay. The order calls for civil administration penalties available by law that include a fine of up to $5,000, said Caroline Sweeney, a spokesperson for the governor. Okay. So are they got a stop and frisk situation then? Is that what the cops are going to do? Stop and frisk for concealed carry? How are you going to know if people are concealed carrying? People don't walk around saying, hey, I'm concealed carrying. It's the point. All right. So people with concealed carry permits are still allowed to transport guns to some private locations, such as a gun range or gun store, provided that the firearm has a trigger lock or some other container or mechanism that make it impossible to discharge under terms of the order. This chick is out of her mind. Lujan, however you pronounce this name, Lujan, Lujan Grisham, said the restrictions are going to pose incredible challenges for me as a governor and as a state. Yeah, no kidding. I welcome the debate and fight about how to make New Mexicans safer. New Mexicans. That's how they say it over there? Okay, I guess so. We're Californians here. Okay. She said at a news conference flanked by leading law enforcement officials, including the district attorney of Albuquerque area. Lujan Grisham referenced several recent shootings in Albuquerque. Among them is a road rage shooting Wednesday outside a minor league baseball game, outside a minor league baseball stadium that killed 11-year-old Froyland Villegas and critically wounded a woman as their vehicle was peppered with bullets while crowds departed an evening game. Last month, 5-year-old. So I'm curious, that gun that killed the 11-year-old boy, tragic, horrible. Like it sounds like a gunfight on the freeway. Just those aren't good gun owners. These are just people being idiots. These have been happening a lot here too. Freeway gunfights. Do you think those were legally purchased weapons? And what the gun laws didn't stop them from having a gunfight on the freeway. I'm pretty sure it's illegal to discharge your firearm on the freeway, or on the road, or whatever it was. It's so. I guess my question is, did the person that fired the round that killed the 11-year-old boy, did that person have a concealed carry permit or an open carry permit? And they're the ones responsible for this. Because I'd be willing to bet it's not. I'd be willing to bet it's an illegally obtained firearm and this is some sort of gang violence. Anyway, they continue. It's always do something. Do something. That's when it's always the most dangerous, when they instill enough fear in the population that everybody's raging and yelling and screaming to do something. Government, do something. And the government will always be more than willing to do something. And it won't be something that you like. It drives me freaking crazy. Last month, 5-year-old Galea Scarlett, I swear, if you knock over my monitor, she almost knocked over my monitor right now. I have a brand new monitor too, guys. I know, it's bad. Last month, 5-year-old, I don't know how to pronounce that name. I'm going to try though. Galilea Samaniego was fatally shot while asleep in her motorhome. Four teens entered the mobile home community in 2 stolen vehicles just before 6 a.m. and on August 13th and opened fire on the trailer, according to the police. The girl was struck in the head and later died in the hospital. Oh my God. Okay, so they're in a stolen vehicle. I would imagine these firearms weren't legally obtained. Why? The people walking around with concealed carry permits and open carry permits are the ones that are likely to stop this type of thing before police can arrive. These are the good guys. For 99.9% of men and women that want to carry around firearms to protect themselves and those around them, they train with them. They have a moral framework. They're responsible with their firearms. And the last thing they want to do is even draw their weapon, much less discharge it in public. Like, that's the last thing anyone wants to do. And that's who they're punishing here. That's who they're getting off the streets. You think anybody's going to obey these laws? Okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop. A child is murdered. The perpetrator is still on the loose. And what does governor do? She targets law-abiding citizens with an unconstitutional gun order, said Senator Baca of Berlin. Oh, wow. And the AP actually reported that. Holy crap. I didn't read this article before I went live. So, okay. All right. Perfect. Greg Baca. I like it. Since 2019, Lujan Grisham has signed a raft of legislation that restricts access to guns, including a 2020 red flag law that allows police or sheriff's deputies to ask a court to temporarily take away guns from people who might hurt themselves or others, an extension of background requirements to nearly all private gun sales, and a ban on firearm possessions for more under permanent protective orders for domestic violence. Yeah, you can't do any of that stuff that they just said, but they do it. They do it because they do the same thing here in California. They just pass these gun dictates that they just pass them. They just say, okay, we're doing this, whether it's constitutional or not. They just decide to do it. And they know that it'll take so long. It'll be hung up in court forever that by the time they can get rid of it, they'll just put something else in its place to restrict it. It's a lot like the bullet button crap. I've explained it a million times on my show, but in California, you have to have, if you have an AR-15, or even, I don't even think you can have AKs here anymore, but any sort of semi-automatic rifle, you can't have a pistol grip on it. The laws, you can't get your thumb has to be, your thumb has to be above the trigger is the law. So you can't wrap your thumb around a pistol grip, because then your trigger finger is above your thumb. That's the freaking law. It's so stupid. And you can't have more than a 10-round magazine and barrel length, all this other crap. All of these things are unconstitutional, but they have to go to, like, they start off in like a local court, and then they have to go up to like a state court, like the state, they start like a district court, and then they go to like the state Supreme Court, and then it can go up to, the actual Supreme Court of the United States. It just takes so long. So meanwhile, all of us can only have 10-round magazines. I don't know when that's going to change. I hope it changes soon. Podigan Stoner, first shot. How you guys doing? You guys are bedazzling jean jackets? That's cool. Shut up first. I hate you. You're a jerk. The hiking trails are great, but I'm not a hiker. First shot, you big jerk. I'm a trail runner. Get it straight. Oh, you guys are so mean. All right. I think that's enough about the stupid freaking gun laws going on over there in Arizona. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to put. So, I'm not going to give any legal advice here, but if it were me in Arizona and I had a concealed carry permit and they said all of a sudden it's not good for the next 30 days, I'm going to tell them to go piss off. Sorry. What? I think it'd be incredible if people did it, and actually people should open carry. People, if you're allowed to open carry in Arizona, and all of a sudden they say you can't for 30 days, I would open carry on and hope the cops put you in jail or whatever. You're going to have the fattest lawsuit. It's going to be great. So I don't know. I'm not giving any advice, though. I'm just saying what I would do. So, man, that is pretty stupid. Pretty stupid, New Mexico. This lady right here. What a turd. Oh, man. They used a great picture of her, didn't they? All right. I think that's enough on that topic. I think it's enough on firearms. Actually, no, it's not enough on firearms. Here, did I tell you guys about this? Did I tell you about this? I can't show it to you because I'm on YouTube, but I can do this. I can do this. Did I tell you? Oh, yeah? Oh, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Cowboy shit. I love this gun. It is wonderful. Oh. All right. Let's see. What do we got next here? All sorts of shenanigans going on. There's other California stuff coming up next. Oh, actually, no, here, let me play this quick clip of her talking. She's such a turd. All right, let's go over to Red Voice Media here. Let's see. Yeah, I just want to show you a quick clip of her just basically talking about how she knows it's like she knows it's illegal and unconstitutional what she's doing, but she's going to do it anyway. Here, this stupid quick clip of her. Here, I'll go full screen here. Yeah, listen to her talk, this turd.
If someone's got a concealed carry permit in Albuquerque walking down a public street, they're not going to get arrested.
I can make the point that maybe they should be.
If someone's
It doesn't matter what you think should be and should not be. And just have a little talk about rights. Rights. Who gives us our rights? Rights versus privileges. The right to I'm not even going to get into this whole philosophical conversation about rights and privileges and who gives us our rights and all that kind of crap. But I'm of the position that government does not give us our rights and they cannot take our rights away. So, and that's in our Constitution as well. So, legally and morally speaking, she is 100% in the wrong here. And I think people from New Mexico should tell her to go piss off. That's what I would do. But, you know, it's not advice. Do what you're going to do, New Mexico. All right, let's talk about some California insanity. I'm trying not to go too long tonight because I want to take my dogs to the beach. It's nice. They're doing a little bit better, especially my German Shepherd. I can't believe the turnaround that she's had. What am I doing? All right, let's go over here to some California nonsense. Oh, what the heck? Oh, this is so bizarre. I got my computer set up all weird. I don't know how this is happening, but yeah, I don't know how I did what I did, but I did it, and I'm not even going to explain to you guys what I did. Somehow I mirrored the screen that I'm working on to. I have like a second desktop, but one desktop is mirrored at the same time. I have 16 desktops open. Never mind. It's weird. It's stupid. All right. Let's talk about freaking California shenanigans. This AB 957 bill looks like it passed the assembly, and I'm sure Newsom's going to sign it into law. So let's look at this. I don't know if you guys, I've talked about this bill before on this show, but let's just listen to this wonderful woman speak about it really quick. She'll tell you her opinion on it. Let's hear. All right.
That parents affirm their children. They have since the dawn of time. Typically, it happens when their gender identity expression matches their biological gender. But what happens is when it doesn't, that's when the affirmation starts to wane. And that's what we're dealing with here. Although it's called the TGI bill, they're not mentioned anywhere in the law. What's mentioned in the law is the child's gender identity and expression and the parent's affirmation of that, whatever it is, because that is our duty as parents to affirm our children. That parents
I can't even begin to explain how dangerous this is. So many of you, first shot, you jerk. So many of you tell me to flee California, get out of California, and all sorts of stuff. And I get it. I understand why you say that. First of all, no, and go F yourself. I'm not leaving. Not until I absolutely have to. If I had kids, I probably already would have been gone, because this is a situation where the state, this seems to me like they've set up a situation. They have all these different bills that work together. Like the other bill where it has something to, I shouldn't get off in the weeds and talk about other bills that I don't even have pulled up right now, but this sounds like the state can somehow separate the parent from the child if they don't affirm the gender. If it does, I don't even get what she's saying, because, and when they say assigned gender at birth, so like, when are you saying this child or infant or whatever can decide their gender? So what are you going to do? Are you going to start leaving birth certificates blank until the child can say what their gender is, and then the parent affirms it? Like, what is this? What are you doing? All right, I have to pull this up. Like, this AB 957 crap is insane. All right, let me see what else I can pull up on this. So Colin Rugg says, like, I don't like to just blanket say the state can take your kids away. I want to read the actual wording here, but it just says, California State Assembly has passed a bill allowing parents to lose custody of their children if they refuse to accept their child's gender transition. They want your kids. California lawmakers send Gavin Newsom a proposed law that would require judges to consider a parent's affirmation of their child's identity in custody cases. Okay, that's right. That's what it is. Okay, and I just had on Harrison Trinsley. He lives over here in Los Gatos. I'm going running with him on Monday. He had a situation like this. He was dating a girl. She got pregnant. They decided they're going to have the baby. Somewhere along in the pregnancy, they split, and they were going to do like a shared custody type thing. But then she starts talking about like gender affirmation and all this sorts of stuff. And the state got involved. And long story short, it took him it was like 3 months, 2, 3, 4 months after his child was born before he could even meet his child. Like, it was a screwed up thing. And now it's like, okay, so this sounds like, all right, so, couple has a child, and year 1, year 2 of the child's life, year 3 of the child's life, things start going rocky. And then like, I'm picturing a very specific situation in my mind. Couple, everything's fine, everything's normal. And all of a sudden, I'm going to paint a fictitious picture right now. I'm just probably going to offend some of you, but I don't care. There's a couple, normal couple, everything's going fine. Dude, chick. All of a sudden, the chick, starts dyeing her hair blue, piercing her nose, doing weird stuff, starts talking about how their boy is actually a girl. Their girl should chop off their tits. That type of stuff. And the dad's like, what are you talking about? No, you're crazy. And our kid's 4. What the hell are you talking about? And they're like, no, but, little Johnny likes Barbies. Well, that doesn't mean you should start giving him puberty blockers that are the same things that are given to chemically castrate inmates. Like, they start arguing. They split up. Then when it comes time for custody battle, the judge is going to decide with the crazy mom that actually caused this whole breakup and crazy situation in the first place, and then dad's not going to get to see its kid. This sounds like a nightmare, an absolute nightmare scenario. This just gave the state of California more power to, even if this was done with the best of intentions, which it won't be, it absolutely won't be. There is an ulterior motive with all this crap. Even if it was done with the best intentions, there's going to be mistakes made, and kids are going to get caught in the middle of all this crap. This is freaking nuts, man. I don't get it. Oh yeah, man. I'm looking at the chat. You guys are jerks. J-Bone, your 3-year-old feels like a cat. Don't affirm it, bro. Yeah. Well, man, I'm so glad this stuff wasn't. I was a weird kid. I was a really weird kid, and my mom was crazy. I'm so glad that this crap wasn't going on. This stuff would have gotten my mom's head. I know it, man. Oh, I feel so bad for kids right now. Kids that end up with crazy parents that want to do crazy shit like this. Okay, so it's specifically for custody battles in this case. But there is another bill that has to do with schools. It has to do, I don't want to spread misinformation here, but it has to do with like schools and counselors and kids being able to say like, my parents aren't like affirming my gender at home. And then the counselor doesn't have to like say anything to the parents, and they can actually be like, well, would you feel safer if you wanted to go stay in like a, I don't know, one of the, not an orphanage, but whatever they call them, a safe house. I don't know. It's so dumb. Yeah, I can't stand it. I don't know. I don't have kids, but like, I guess you don't have anything to worry about if, your spouse and you guys are on the same page and all that stuff. But it's just the state keeps moving the needle farther and farther and farther. You like undoing this stuff is hard. Like, even if all of a sudden California went red, completely red, even though the GOP's god awful and feckless and just as corrupt. But say they went red and all of a sudden they started not voting on this kind of crap anymore. You can't undo this easily. So I don't know if Newsom apparently isn't going to run for president. He just talked about Kamala today. He said she's, next in line. So I'm not running. I still think he's going to run. But if Newsom was smart with how poor his reputation is right now, yeah, here it is right here. Let me open it. I don't know if you guys can see this. With how poor his reputation is right now and how poor California is as a state, especially like its most notorious cities. Notorious is a bad word for that. Its most iconic cities, San Francisco and Los Angeles. The utter state of those cities is atrocious right now. And if Gavin Newsom wanted to do something about how people viewed him and his popularity, he would say no. He would not sign this bill into law. He'd be like, no, this is giving the state too much power. That would help him. That would genuinely help him. If he put the kibosh on this bill, that would legitimately help him. I hope he does put the kibosh on the bill. I don't even care if it helps him. Like, this is insane. It's absolutely insane that the judge can, if two parents are deciding, if it's a battle over full custody or if it's a battle over shared custody or whatever, all of a sudden the judge is deciding how much time the parents get to spend with their kid. And it's a parent that genuinely loves their kid, and all of a sudden the judge is going to yank them away because they're saying you're not affirming the kid's gender, and the other spouse is filling that kid's head with all this junk, confusing the crap out of them. This is a nightmare. This is a freaking nightmare scenario. Anyway, Gavin Newsom shuts down running in 2024. Democrat says Kamala is lined up to replace Biden. 80 if he drops out, and tells everyone donors are wallowing over dire polls. Blah blah blah. Yeah, he did a little. I'll split the video. He said Biden's running though. Actually, is this the video? No, it's just a picture. Just a quick interview. Here it is. Let's play this really quick. Hopefully you can see this. I think you can see it. If you can't see this video, tell me in the chat. Oh, come on. I can't stand him so much. Just any words that come out of his mouth make me angry. His existence triggers me. I can't stand him. Hold on. Let me just hear him talk about being a lieutenant governor, because that's when he started being a horrible, horrible person. Well, I'm sure he was a horrible person before that, but it was when he came on my radar. Oh, yeah, that's right. All the most horrible politicians come from California. Kamala Harris, Gavin Newsom, Nancy Pelosi, Dianne Feinstein, Adam Schiff, all sorts of horrible politicians come from California. Obviously, Gavin Newsom. It's just okay. Well, I guess he says he's not running. I don't believe him. Yeah, I absolutely don't believe him. But you guys hear about the Danny Masterson crap? Danny Masterson, the dude that played Hyde on that 70s show, the redhead dude. I loved that show. That, to me, that was one of the greatest sitcoms of all time. That 70s show is freaking great. And Danny, I didn't know he was a Scientologist either. This is crazy to me. I always heard how he was a creep and like a womanizer and all that kind of crap, but I didn't know he was a freaking rapist. But yeah, I don't know. This whole thing just seems weird. But yeah, they're giving him 30 years. Giving Danny Masterson freaking 30 years. Apparently he raped 2 women. So allegedly drugged and raped 2 women between 2001 and 2003. That's like when the show was on the air, I think. The first woman was assaulted by Masterson in 2001 in her sleep. The second one was assaulted by Masterson in 2003 after he shoved a pillow in her face. Okay. First comment is well deserved, but what did he do to the machine? They usually protect their own. Yeah, it's weird. It's like good, great. I'm glad. The picture that they're showing of him too, he's in this mask, and yeah, great. He's going away, but what did he do? Like Hollywood elite? Okay, so that's happening as well. Let me show you this old clip just because it popped up on my radar. Yeah, I got time. Might as well. Freaking Gavin Newsom when he was young, talking about. He's been around for so long. You can go back and look at all the stuff that he promised and all the stuff he said he was going to do. It's all lies. Like he didn't deliver on anything. Like anything he said he was going to do. He's had like 20 freaking years to do it. He hasn't delivered on anything. Everything he touched has turned to shit. Listen to his old video. And
if we're going to solve the problem of those that are out on the street, we believe fundamentally that food solves hunger, that shelters solve sleep, and that housing solves homelessness. And if we're going to solve the problem of those that are out on the streets that we define as homeless, we better solve the housing problem if we're going to have an impact. And that's why we established this framework, what we call a 10-year plan to end chronic homelessness in San Francisco. We believe fundamentally that food solves hunger, that shelters solve sleep, and that housing solves homelessness. And if we're going to solve the problem of those that are out on the streets that we define as homeless, we better solve the housing problem if we're going to have an impact. And that's why we established this framework.
Okay. So how long ago was this? So this was 2008. So freaking 15 years ago, they were talking about how bad like the homeless problem in California, particularly San Francisco, because he was the mayor of San Francisco. And 15 years ago, They had a 10-year plan. It's not like twice as bad. It's more than 10 times as bad. It's the add fentanyl to it now. Fentanyl wasn't around back then. It was a crisis then. Now it's a freaking catastrophe. It's like almost like a failed state, San Francisco, especially downtown. It's just a ghost town during the day. Like downtown, pre-COVID, downtown San Francisco was bustling. Like everywhere for lunch, lines out the door. Like it was insane, San Francisco. I used to work there almost every day for months and months and months in different spans and different locations in San Francisco. It's like a ghost town now. It's crazy. It sucked driving, getting in and out of there every day. It was awful. I took freaking Caltrain for a long time, but you can just how easily you can drive through downtown San Francisco in rush hour now is a sign of the times, because that was impossible before. If you had to leave like the middle of the financial district by vehicle, like exit a parking garage around 4:00 in the afternoon in San Francisco pre-COVID, oh man, it was going to take you an hour just to get to the freeway. Like it was bumper to bumper. Your car light would turn green. You'd be able to move forward like 3 car positions. It was insane because you'd be merging onto the freeway from like 20 blocks away. Like it was insane. San Francisco traffic was insane. Smooth sailing now. I mean, I guess that's the benefit of Gavin Newsom's California. So, all right. Enough talking about, well, enough with that folder. I'm going to jump over to San Francisco really quick, like I always do, because there has been some shenanigans in San Francisco since Wednesday. It's insane. If I don't stay on top of it, guys, I will get so backed up on San Francisco and we'll just have a whole freaking show about San Francisco. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that at all. It's just too much San Francisco sometimes. All right, let's see. Let me go over to my trusty San Francisco folder. It's just so much insanity coming out of that freaking city. I'm kind of hoping my microphone doesn't just fall off right now too, because it sort of broke and it's like really rigged on there right now. I'm scared if I blow on it, it'll fall. And I need a new mic cable too. All right, let's see what's going on over in good old San Francisco. It's so bad. So this is from a week or two ago, but this is like a Home Depot. And if you're a tradesman, this pisses you off badly. So they're in the tool corral at Home Depot, and it looks like they're nabbing all the Milwaukee stuff. So just watch.
This is brand new. You know, I got the full keys.
Is that a fit? Yeah. It looks like they even busted open the little cage thing that they have all these tools locked up in, because they have a lot of tools that are super expensive. We're talking about like, $1,200, $2,000 tools. Like there's some really, really expensive tools in there, like hammer drills, freaking powder actuated tools, saws, like super expensive crap that's in there. And it sucks because we know these guys they're not stealing these so they can go build a house for, their Amish community. That's not what's happening here. They're going to go and fence all these tools. The thing that sucks is you could take these tools and make a career. Like it drives tradesmen crazy. And then when tradesmen get tools stolen out of their truck, their work truck or work van, it's the worst, because those are always working class guys that are just grinding by, a lot of times barely making it. Just nowadays, it's like people aren't making it. Every day they fall a little bit farther behind, and then they get their tools stolen. And then they got to see guys and then they got to go replace all their tools, right? And then they go and they see these guys stealing the tools. Like just a freaking laser level they're so convenient. There's so many uses for them. A laser level, you just, you put it on the ground and it shoots a laser forward, it shoots a laser onto your ceiling, and it shoots one on on the walls as well. So it gives you a cross section. And then it also shoots a dot straight up and a dot straight down onto the ground. So you can mark something on the ground and shoot that exact position up onto the ceiling. They're like $450. They're really good ones. Just that one freaking thing. Like, we're not talking about just a good drill. The best. I'm a DeWalt guy. These are stealing Milwaukee stuff. So, you know, whatever. Leave the DeWalt stuff there. That's great. My drill is $350. Just my drill. My impact, I think, is like 150. It just drives me freaking crazy. Just look at all the stuff they're getting.
How did they even get that?
Yeah. Hey. And since California won't do anything about this, what's inevitably going to happen is people like me, not necessarily, but people are going to be pissed off. And they're going to be like, nah, you know what? And one of these dudes is going to just catch a freaking elbow to his nose as he's running out, and he's going to die. And then someone's going to go to jail. Like, something like that's going to happen. Or somebody's going to draw on someone, or there's going to be a fight. And like, California policies are leaving this to civilians to handle, and it's going to get ugly and it's going to get bad. And we still have police, but they only work for the rich people and the politicians. And that becomes more and more apparent every freaking day, especially here in California. The cops are not here to protect and serve you, the public. They're not. They're here to extract as much money from you as possible through tickets and fines and all that kind of crap. And they're here to protect the rich and wealthy and politicians. That's it. I'm sure the majority of cops get into policing with being well-intentioned, and they want to help people and do all sorts of great things. I wanted to be a cop. I went through all the testing and passed it, and my views changed from COVID dramatically. I saw that it doesn't matter what your ideals are. If you're enforcing somebody paddleboarding out in the middle of the ocean by themselves, and you have a boat that flies up on them because it's the middle of like the insane shit that cops enforced during COVID made me realize, oh, they're not here for us. They're not here to protect us. They're here to tell us what to do, put the boot on our neck, and extract money from us. That's it. That's what they're here for. And then this stuff that they're supposed to stop, which California just, nope, open season. Now people are going to get pissed off. There's going to be fights. This puts us in danger as a society. California politicians are the worst. And they say it's all for the opposite of what it does. They say, like, they're just trying to feed their families. That's all they're trying to do, stealing these freaking roto hammers and just trying to feed their families with this $500 Hilti HEPA filtered vacuum. Jeez, drives me freaking crazy, man. Sorry, these tools are so expensive, and tradesmen get it. You guys get it. Kinda, man. First shot, kinda. Sometimes, like the ACAB shit. I'm not saying I'm not down with that. I'm not down with the ACAB shit, but it's become very clear to me that cops are not here to help you. They're not here to protect and serve society. They're here to get paid and do their job. They're here to do what their boss tells them to do. You know, if their boss tells them to do good things, great. But if their boss tells them to do shit that stomps on your rights, they're going to do it. It's just how it is. It's a job, and they're going to do what their boss tells them to do. And unfortunately, their bosses are California politicians. So what do you want? That's what's going to happen. It sucks. Freaking sucks. I think that's probably all I want to talk about San Francisco. I get worked up. No, I'm going to show you one more video. I'll show you one more freaking stupid video of San Francisco. It's like another illustration of the stupidity and madness that stems from the policies that are plaguing this godforsaken city. All right. Let's go over to Blue and On here on the X platform. Watch this quick video.
And tomorrow is going to be exactly the same.
Yeah, tomorrow.
So it looks like this dude just like he just took all the trash bags and just ripped them open, and he's just digging through them, and he just threw all the trash on the ground. This worker is a worker that works for a city, and this is his job, to clean up after the homeless. That's his job. Like, we have so many homeless that it requires a team of people with trucks and instruments to go around and clean up after the homeless. And if any of you are saying, well, look, it's providing jobs for people. No, that's not how this works. Any job that stems from shirking a state policy, or like a job that wouldn't exist if it wasn't for a state policy, is a job that's not supposed to exist. This is a very capable man. He would have another job. There would be a lot more jobs that existed in San Francisco if it wasn't for this shit being allowed to happen. All right, sorry. Watch the video.
You can go get a job and look through trash and get paid for that.
And then you have to clean this shit.
Because he want to look through the trash.
It's really unfair, man. It's really unfair.
Looking through trash, you can go get some help.
And tomorrow is going to be exactly the same.
Yeah, tomorrow. That's because of people like him.
Yeah.
I mean, but we got to clean it up. You know, you got to make it straight, because when people put a wheelchair come down,
Podigo and Stoner, you and First Shot are jerks. Freaking jerks. You're funny jerks, though, at least. And this stuff drives me crazy. All right, I think that's enough California. That is enough California for the evening. If I don't tell you about it, it gets backed up, and I just have to I'll have to do a whole episode on California. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. All right, what do I got next? All right, last show I didn't talk about it. Yeah, I got time. We're gonna head up to Portland really quick because there's just some funny videos I want to show you from Portland. That place is a hellhole. Portland. What did I do? Oh no. Uh-oh. I screwed up, guys. I'm sorry. Oh crap. All right, did I lose you guys? Oh boy, I'm stupid. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, I got a whole new setup, and it's just messing with me tonight. So I apologize. I screwed things up there. All right, let's head up to Portland. Let's talk about the shenanigans going on over there. Okay. All right. You guys are still in the chat. Looks like we're still good. Yeah. Okay. I think we are. Yeah. Let me go up to Portland and show you guys just some quick videos. It's pretty much the same thing. Same thing as San Francisco, LA, the whole West Coast. It's everybody on the West Coast isn't like this. It's just the freaking cities, man. It's just Seattle, Portland, up in Washington, I'm sure it's like Tacoma too, but Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, Los Angeles. Well, the whole Bay Area, really. But as soon as you go outside these cities, people are normal. People are based. People aren't super woke. They give us such a bad reputation. So I'll go to this very first one. This was a few months ago, but this lady, this lady right here got hit just randomly walking down the street. Some homeless person, I think she said something to them, and they threw a metal water bottle, hit her right in the face, like knocked her tooth out, busted her nose, all that sort of stuff. That's just a funny video. That's something, show it. But this is some of like the homeless encampment. Yeah, there's no audio here, I don't think. So we get stuff like this here. At the bottom of the San Lorenzo River here, out in Santa Cruz, there used to be encampments like this, but they just recently cleaned up a lot of the encampments. Santa Cruz is actually doing fairly well, it seems, with the homeless situation. I haven't seen a lot of I've seen it way worse than it is now. I haven't seen any big giant encampments lately. This is like the most Portland video I've ever seen right here.
Oh my God. No way. Oh, yeah.
Naked dude on a bike.
Whoa. Whoa. Fucking hit him.
Dude on a bike drives through traffic, and then he ends up just getting in a random fight with a naked dude.
Bro. Oh my God. No way. Oh. Yeah. Dude, no way.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Uh-oh. I hope it didn't show peen. I hope I don't get another strike. Oh, I hope that video didn't show peen. Man, I might have just blew it, guys. That sucks. Oh, no, I wanted to show you one. You know what? I'm not even going to show you any more videos from Portland because we got to go up to Seattle, and it's just basically the same thing. So let me close this one down. I'm trying not to go 2 hours tonight. I'm really trying not to, guys. I know when I say that I'm not going to go 2 hours, I always end up doing it. Yeah, let's go over to Seattle right quick. Seattle's a hellhole as well, just as much as San Francisco. Probably worse because it's always raining. Rain makes me sad. That's why my stepmom lives up there. My dad used to live up there. And I don't like it up there. It's always raining. So just scrolling through my good old Seattle folder, we got this is another homicide. Just body found dead right here on this is just a regular trail. So somebody randomly came across this body. Just a body on a trail that somebody randomly came across. Death City with another round of violence this weekend. Seattle is now up to more than 50 homicides for 2023. Then he's back. Oh, yeah, this dude that keeps returning to an encampment. They can't get rid of him because of laws. This was gnarly. This was a freaking stabbing rampage that happened. I don't even want to show this to you guys, but this dude was just on the train, and a guy gets on. Just goes up to him and just starts stabbing the hell out of him. Nobody could stop him because nobody is allowed to carry a gun in Seattle. This is the guy here, but I don't even want to show like the actual video because the video shows the stabbing and it's gnarly. When the guy finally gets away, he leaves a puddle of blood. Like it looked like he got arteries. I don't know if the guy survived either. Like it was horrific. He just gets on the train, walks up to a random dude sitting there and just starts stabbing the hell out of him completely out of the blue. It's like stuff that nightmares are made of, you know? It's this dude right here. Insane. But I'm not going to show that video. More encampments, just encampments everywhere in Seattle. This is the video. Yeah, I'm not going to show it to you guys, but you can see from this video, like that's him in the back there. You can't actually see the guy being stabbed, but he's stabbing him this whole time. Like the guy is being stabbed right now as I'm talking, and nobody could do anything because it's, yeah. Here's another vantage point of the, it was a black dude on an Asian guy. Seems to be a lot of black men attacking Asian people lately, especially on the West Coast. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know what the deal is. Yeah, just Seattle's a freaking hellhole. Same old sort of stuff. This is from Jonathan Cho. He's a journalist over there that covers all this kind of stuff. One of the only people talking about this crap. But, you know, same situation. They're just allowed to camp out on the sidewalks there. You know, pitch a tent. Nobody's going to say anything to them. And fentanyl, all that crap. But it's summertime and winter is coming. And Canada's got major issues. Philadelphia. It's like it's by design. Remember the San Jose, the head of the San Jose police union, that lady, she was like a fentanyl kingpin, smuggling fentanyl into California. Yes, the head of the San Jose police union, that lady. All right, enough of Seattle. There's so much more to talk about. I'm probably not going to get into all of it, but Owen Schroyer. So yeah, let's share this really quick. So with my whole mask thing, when I got fired for wearing a mask, there was like one day where the day I went on Tucker, I went on 2 other shows before that. Actually went on 4 shows that day. I went on with Forest Mommy. She was the first one I went on with. Then I went on OAN, and then I went on with this gentleman right here. I went on with Owen Schroyer, and then I went on with Tucker Carlson. But this dude, Owen Schroyer, this is probably actually the funnest talk that I had. I was on with him for almost a half an hour. It was fun. We were just shooting the shit. You know, when you just get along with somebody, like they're just a cool dude, and you just have a fun chat with them. It was just kind of like that. We were just having fun. And yeah, they're trying to lock him up for 120 days for speaking out against the 2020 election. So this is from the Gateway Pundit. InfoWars host Owen Schroyer pleaded guilty in June to a single class A misdemeanor of entering and remaining in a restricted building or grounds on January 6, 2021. The highly talented journalist was initiated. That's nice of them. The highly talented journalist was initially charged in August 2021, 8 months after remaining outside the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. After nearly 2 years of fighting charges related to his presence outside the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021, Owen made the decision to plead guilty to a lesser charge. Schroyer allowed the government to review his social media accounts, likely looking for any scrap of incriminating wrong they could not find. Owen stood outside the U.S. Capitol. Owen and Alex Jones warned people about going inside the Capitol. I was watching live when they did that. Alex saved so many people from jail that day. They knew it was a setup. They did. They absolutely did. They were telling people, don't go to the Capitol. Follow me. He was waving people over with his bullhorn. He got like thousands of people to follow him too. After nearly 2 years of fighting charges. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Schroyer allowed the government to. Okay, I'm sorry. Owen stood outside the U.S. Capitol. Owen and Alex Jones warned people about getting inside the Capitol. They knew it was a setup. Instead of being awarded medals for their action that day, the regime arrested Owen months later on bogus charges. After all, he is a Trump supporter. Okay. Today, DOJ prosecutors sought 120 days in prison for Owen. They want him prosecuted for speech crimes. Who are the real criminals here? Yeah, for like what they're already doing to the other J6 people. I'm surprised they didn't try to go after Owen harder. I'm surprised they didn't try to say he was a Proud Boy. I'm surprised they didn't try to get him on freaking RICO charges. It's just 120 days for what he said. Like he did really good work on his border coverage too. Like he went out to Texas. Owen does great work. He is not scared of anybody. He puts people on blast. There's a reason they want him locked up for sure. So must be over the target, Owen. So hang in there, brother. Doing great work. You know that you are because they're trying to put you in jail. Freaking unreal, man. The Biden DOJ. Same old story. Same old story. All right. Let's talk about a little bit of the depleted uranium, shall we? So those are going to be hitting the ground soon over in Ukraine. I don't know if you guys know much about depleted uranium rounds. Many of you probably know more about depleted uranium rounds than I do, especially those of you that served and those of you that served over in Iraq or, yeah, mainly Iraq, I believe. I don't know where they use those DU rounds, but from my understanding, you don't want to go up to like a tank that's been freaking lit up with depleted uranium rounds because that shit's like, I don't know. I'm not sure, but I thought that it's like radioactive almost at that point. So I don't know. When I was in college, some dude came and talked to us about how he got sick from like picking up shrapnel and like, they would take home souvenirs and stuff. And he said he would like he was basically picking up pieces of depleted uranium and bringing it home is what he would say. But I don't know. I don't know if that's, I don't know. But from my understanding, it's not great. Depleted uranium. So let's listen to this freaking, I don't even know this guy's name. I've seen him several times. This guy, Gunnar Norquist, says, remember when the state-run media kept trying to say Trump was going to start World War III? Not a peep from them as Biden is potentially starting it with North Korea, China, and Russia. The Marxist Democrats and rhinos control the media. So I think Putin has already said he views this as like a nuclear escalation type thing. So let's listen to what he has to say. This douche.
Providing weapons to Russia for use on the battlefield to attack grain silos and the heating infrastructure of major cities as we head into winter, to try to conquer territory that belongs to another sovereign nation. This is not going to reflect well on North Korea, and they will pay a price for this in the international community. We have also imposed sanctions, specific targeted sanctions, to try to disrupt any effort to use North Korea as a conduit or as a source for weapons going to Russia. We did so as recently as mid-August.
Okay. Just this guy says, historians of the future centuries who will study the premises of World War III will note with horror and amazement that the escalation of the U.S. supply of depleted uranium shells to Ukraine was decided in a McDonald's. Listen to these assholes.
One of our phone calls, I mentioned to Secretary Blinken that McDonald's left Ukraine and they're not coming back, and it's a very bad message. First, people lost jobs, suppliers lost contracts, and I said, life is coming back. I think it would be a very important message if McDonald's could come back as well. And the secretary said that he heard me and he will look hard at what can be done. A couple of days later, someone from my team walked into my office and said, we have a request from the U.S. Embassy. They're asking whether the question about McDonald's that you raised was a private question. One of our phone calls.
Jesus. How casually they warmonger. It's insane to me. All right. So you guys heard about this whole, like how CNN reported on it about how they're saying that Elon cut off Starlink access to Ukraine. So let's just read this. This is from Mario Narwhals, who just repeated what CNN reported initially, and then freaking Elon corrected his ass. So Elon just confirmed. This is after his initial tweet. So CNN came out and initially said that Elon cut off Starlink to Ukraine when they needed it for like some key mission that they're trying to do. They're trying to blow up freaking Russia's ships. CNN reported that Elon deactivated his Starlink satellites in response to a covert attack the Ukrainians were planning on the Russian naval fleet. They were wrong. Elon clarified the satellites were not active and that he was pressured by the government to activate them so Ukraine can attack Russian ships in a contentious territory. So CNN reports that he turned them off when they were never on in the first place. They went to him and said, hey, can you turn these on? We're trying to freaking sink a bunch of Russia's ships. And Elon's like, no, go fight your own war, you fucks. You warmongering bastards, go fight your own war. I want no part of this, you sick bastards. And they say, oh, Elon cut it off when it was never turned on in the first place. There was an emergency request from the government authorities to activate Starlink all the way to Sevastopol. The obvious intent being to sink most of the Russian fleet at anchor. Elon Musk refused to activate Starlink, avoiding a major act of war and conflict escalation. So not only are governments not de-escalating the war, but they have also actively tried to drag private companies to play a role in escalating. This is not how peace will be reached. So like you get this, like the significance of this. The US government is doing everything they can to make this go US boots on the ground, full-scale war with Russia and NATO. Like they're doing everything they can to do this. And if Elon would have turned on Starlink and they were successful with blowing up this whole Russian fleet, there would have been a dramatic escalation by Russia. There absolutely would have been. So in theory, Elon potentially, as a private person, private company, private sector, could potentially had at least delayed World War III. That's how it appears to me. And I don't want to be like, I'm not like a hardcore MAGA Trumper. I'm not. But I'm going to vote for Trump. I will write it on the ballot. Like I've already decided. And I took the black flag out of my name basically because of this, out of my bio. So he is the only person that seems like he actually wants to de-escalate this thing. And he also seems like the only person that the establishment is going so hard against. And I think there's something that we don't know. There's a reason why they hate him so much that we don't know about. There's something that he knows. There's something that he's going to do that they're terrified of. And I want to see what he's going to do. I want him to throw a big giant wrench into the whole machine. I know what to expect from him. I know he didn't pardon Assange. I know he didn't pardon Snowden. I know he did the lockdowns. Like, I know there's a ton of horrible shit that he did. And I don't think he's a great human either. He is hilarious. He has balls of steel walking across the DMZ with no security into North Korea. Nobody else has done that. Brought, a little bit of peace between us and North Korea. He was the most peaceful president of my time, which isn't my lifetime, which isn't saying a ton. But anyway, I don't think he's the solution. I don't. I think we're the solution. Us, as a populace. I don't think he's the solution, but I think he is a tool in this fight. And I think if we're going to have a chance, it requires him being back in office. And these are my opinions. You don't have to agree with me, but yeah, this is it. That's sort of where I'm standing. We need Trump back. Like, yeah, there, I said it. We need Trump back. This shit is out of control, man. So I think that's mostly what I got on Ukraine right now. But yeah, it looks like Elon pretty much staved off World War III for now, at least. Kind of crazy. Just unreal, actually. It's like I have mixed feelings about Elon, like all sorts of stuff. Let me see something here. Can I see the chat yet over on Rumble? Oh, there it is on Rumble. Okay, I found it. I see the chat. 2 minutes in roughing. Did I choose a name for the Marlin? No, I didn't. Not yet. I think I want to shoot it first, and I'm thinking about naming it Molly in honor of my dog that just passed away. Northside. Yes, that's correct. Yes. But I'm not sure yet. I want to shoot it first. I definitely want to shoot it first. Oh, I thought of a funny one. What would it be? I think Bob would be funny. I think Bob Marlin would be funny. Bob Marlin. I just think that would be funny, but I have not decided yet. But Bob Marlin would be an excellent name for a Marlin gun. Ganko1, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a while. All right, cool. Freaking looks like I can see the Rumble chat now. All right, got it figured out. How nice. How nice. Oh, yeah, first shot. I know you're on the Trump train, man, but you know, not everybody is. Not everybody's on the Trump train. I'm not even saying I'm on the Trump train. It's not even like voting for Trump. It's voting for who I think's going to throw the biggest wrench into the establishment window. I don't want to see like I don't want shit propped up anymore. I don't want our dollar propped up anymore. I didn't phrase that well. I want our dollar to be real again. I want America to produce goods and services again. I want us to utilize our resources that we have right here at home, like crude oil. All sorts of stuff. I want us to use less lithium. I don't want us freaking having kids in these cobalt mines with this fine dust that makes like a mustard gas type thing. You know, I don't want these windmills that acts like jackhammers. Like, have you guys seen this? The windmills that they're putting out at sea in like certain regions where there's lots of whales, there's lots of dolphins and stuff, and the noise that these freaking windmills make. They can put like microphones underwater and play for you what the dolphins and sea mammals are hearing from it, and it's like a jackhammer. It's like clonk, 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 clonk with every revolution of the freaking blade. It's a nightmare. And yeah, and freaking sea mammals are washing up on shore. So like, I want all that stuff to stop. Anyway, I'm just ranting now. Sorry, guys. All right, what do I got left? All right, let's go over to the stupid Michael Rappaport rant. We got to talk about the ADL a little bit more. See if I get kicked off of YouTube for this one. That is dicey talking about the ADL on YouTube, but I'm going to do it because Michael Rappaport is an absolute douchebag. And it sucks because it's funny. He played the Nazi guy in Higher Learning. Like there's a movie called Higher Learning way back in the day with Omar Epps and Tyra Banks and stupid ass Michael Rappaport. Anyway, all right, let's listen to this rant by him really quick. And where is it? Sorry, I lost it. Oh, there it is. All right, let's listen to him talk really quick, and I'll say the major problem that I have with it.
Scumbums. These scumbums on X, Twitter X. Anti-Semitism is trending again. I love a bunch of anti-Semitic people, anti-Jews, debating on what Jewish people should deem anti-Jewish. Keep the Jews' names out your fucking mouth. If we think it's anti-Jewish, it's anti-Jewish.
Okay, there's my problem. Okay, what about the Jews that are speaking out against the Anti-Defamation League? Are they anti-Jewish? Because there's plenty that are saying that the Anti-Defamation League has taken it way too far. Because I haven't heard a peep out of the Anti-Defamation League about the legitimate Nazis in Ukraine. Haven't heard a peep from them. Why? Why haven't we? The ADL isn't, they're not what they say they are. And I think that's very clear to everybody. All they are is a bully arm of the Democratic Party. That's all they are. They are there to shut people down from talking, and that's it. That's what they're there for. I listened to Rappaport talk about his scumbums. If we say it's anti-Semitic, it's anti-Semitic. How dangerous is that? For anybody to say it, like any group of people to say, wait, if we say it is, that's how it is. If you disagree, you're just wrong. To the gulag. Like, such dangerous rhetoric.
All right, cracker. All right, you creepy crackers. You Alex Jones worshipers. Alex Jones was right. Right? Alex Jones was right about everything except Sandy Hook. He wasn't right about Sandy Hook. That he was wrong about. I think we could all agree he was wrong about Sandy Hook. Get some new heroes, you fucking creeps.
I can't tell if he's just trolling or what's up, Scarlett? That girl. She doesn't usually come say hi to me mid-show. I can't tell if he's just trolling and trying to get like reactions out of people, or he really thinks this super dumb, ignorant stuff. Like, even if you are right about Alex Jones, are you saying that the only thing Alex Jones has ever gotten wrong was Sandy Hook? It's a pretty solid record then, isn't it? Because he's said a lot of stuff for a long time, and he's been very right about a lot of things. And no, he's not he's not our hero. He's not anyone's hero. He is a piece of what is it? What did I say? He's an American treasure is what he is. And that's a joke. It's serious, but it's a joke. He's hilarious. He's absolutely hysterical because even when he's right, he's always a little bit wrong about something. He gets like some little minute detail wrong, and that's what makes it funny. He's just hysterical, especially when he gets all worked up. Like when he said, I'm gonna be honest with you, Joe, I'm kind of retarded. Like, that was one of my favorite lines that he ever said. It's so funny. That 5-hour podcast he did with Joe Rogan and Eddie Bravo. And oh God, he started getting so mad at the end. It was great. All right. Enough of stupid Michael Rappaport. He's so annoying. All right, what time we got? Oh no, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay on time. Yeah, I think I got time. Let's see. Yes, I do want to talk a little bit about the Lahaina fires. I got the border. Okay, I got to be quick about it. All right, let's go. Oh, you guys talking about thought crimes? Yeah, I have plenty of thought crimes too. All right, let's talk about these Lahaina fires because there's some shadiness going on from The Rock and Oprah. Let's just get into it really quickly. Only trying to go 90 minutes tonight, guys. So here, let's listen to this one first.
Salary.
Concerned about what was happening in Maui.
Well, let's just see. Here's the People's Fund of Maui. If you scroll down and look, the People's Fund of Maui is a fund of the Entertainment Industry Foundation, or the EIF. Well, if you go take a look at what the EIF does, and here's their latest filed 990. Basically, if you look at their top paid salaried employees, the president makes $423,580. CEO makes $359,728. Their top 13 employees make well over $3 million. I think not, Oprah.
So Oprah and The Rock came out and said, I'm putting up $5 million. Oprah's putting up $5 million. Together it's $10 million. I'm sorry, $10 million together. And we're putting it towards this fund thing. What it really was is like a way of opening up a company, essentially a nonprofit, that to get other people to donate it to their nonprofit, and then they distribute the funds. So this $5 million that each of them put up, do you think that's going to the Lahaina victims? It's not. They're putting it up to say, look what we got in our freaking piggy bank, essentially. Throw more money into this piggy bank. Oprah's not going to lose $5 million on this. She's not going to give away $5 million. This whole thing just seems shady as shit. There's lots of shenanigans going on out over in Lahaina right now. So, yeah, but it seems just here. I'll let her talk about it for a little bit here. Yeah, listen to this really quick. This chick is good. Sabrina Salvati. I've come across her a couple of times. She does good work.
Now, this woman has worked in fundraising for years, so she actually went through the receipts. So she's going to break down what this fund actually is, right? And I saw someone in the chat, I can't find it now. I saw someone in the chat said she is donating money. We're not saying she's not donating money. What I'm saying is she's a fucking billionaire, period. I'm gonna tell you right now, don't come in here defending Zopra's ass. Do not come in here defending fucking billionaires. This ain't the show for you. I keep it real right now. I'm gonna let you know, this is not the show for you. You can skidoo. Moving on.
She said skidoo.
This woman right here, she looked at the fund. And guess what she found out? This is why I say you do mutual aid, not charity. Listen to this.
I keep seeing videos about The Rock and Oprah raising money for the Maui Fund. My name is Ashley. I've been a professional fundraiser for over 20 years. I think like 25 plus at this point. Let me explain something to you. The word fund means that it is a fund or a bank account, if you will, inside of a nonprofit. A nonprofit is managing it. What nonprofit is it? I will tell you.
Pause. It is a nonprofit that is managing this fund.
Look at this. 20 years. I think like 25 plus at this point. Let me explain something to you. The word fund means that it is a fund or a bank account, if you will, inside of a nonprofit. A nonprofit is managing it. What nonprofit is it? I will tell you.
So this is why I tell you again, you have to be careful about donating to these organizations. You can give that money directly to the people. Why is a nonprofit managing this?
So it really is like a grift. They're setting up a company and like holding up a bunch of cash. I'm sure some of it may go to the Lahaina victims, but look what they're paying all of these. They can start this nonprofit company out of nowhere because they put up this $10 million and they got this in their bank. And then once donations start coming in for the Lahaina victims, they can pay their CEO and like all these different people insane amounts of money. It's a grift. She's right. You can give the money straight to freaking why does this company need to exist at all? Like we got GoFundMe's, Cash Apps. Like there's so many ways to give straight to people. Why don't they just go and say, hey, if you are a Lahaina victim and you can verify, what we're going to do is we're going to set up a company that allows Lahaina victims to verify that they are Lahaina victims. And then what we're going to do is we're going to promote your GoFundMes. We're going to promote your Give Send Goes. We're going to promote your Cash Apps. And we're going to do it like we're going to hire really famous online creators to promote and talk about your, like that kind of stuff, giving money directly to them, just helping get regular people exposure. Why do you need to create some freaking company to get people to shovel money into? The whole thing is just shady as shit. I don't like it. Lots of shady shit going on in Lahaina right now. There are reports of like some crazy stuff going on out there that sounds very tinfoily, and I'm not even going to talk about it until I hear more about it because it just sounds extremely far-fetced. And yeah, I'm not even going to bring it up right now because it sounds tinfoily even for me, and you guys know if I think it's conspiracy-y, then it must be pretty far out there. All right, let's listen to Eric Adams talk really quick, the mayor of New York City. And let's listen to the mayor of New York City talk really quick about the border problem that has arrived on his doorstep. And now it's something that he can talk about. So this should be like music to everybody's ears. So let's go over to Eric Adams here.
Support. And let me tell you something, New Yorkers. Never in my life have I had a problem that I did not see an ending to. I don't see an ending to this.
Wait, hold up. Podegan Stoner, if I did Manscaped ads, you said I sold out? How? I would absolutely use their products. If somebody wanted to sponsor me and I actually liked their stuff, that's not selling out. Come on, and they'd be paying me. You guys should be happy if I get to the point where I get sponsors. That'd mean I made it, you freaking haters. Come on, Podegan Stoner, you should be happy for me if I get actual advertisers. That would be a great one. Manscaped, I would totally use their stuff. I absolutely would. Gotta trim the hedges every now and then.
I don't see an ending to this. This issue will destroy New York City. Destroy New York City. We're getting 10,000 migrants a month. One time we were just getting Venezuela. Now we're getting Ecuador. Now we're getting Russian speaking coming through Mexico. Now we're getting Western Africa. Now we're getting people from all over the globe have made their minds up that they're going to come through the southern part of the border and come into.
How is it now okay for Democrats to talk about this now? Like, this was all, you couldn't talk about this before. This is the mayor of New York City saying it now, that there's people from all over the world. It's not just people from Mexico coming here. Like, the word has gotten out that the border is wide open, and now there's people from all over the world coming into the U.S. through Mexico. They're coming in through Mexico. He's saying it. It's a Democrat saying it. See, they're not lying. It's not a conspiracy theory. Oh, God, it's so funny how they'll finally admit to it once it arrives on their doorstep.
New York City. And everyone is saying it's New York City's problem. Every community in this city is going to be impacted. We had a $12 billion deficit that we're going to have to cut. Every service in this city is going to be impacted. All of us. And so I say to you, as I turn it over to you, this is some of the most educated, some of the most knowledgeable, probably more of my commissioners and deputy commissioners and chiefs live in this community. So as you ask me a question about migrants, tell me what role you played. How many of you organized to stop what they're doing to us? How many of you were part of the movement to say, we're seeing what this mayor is trying to do, and they're destroying New York City? It's going to come to your neighborhoods. All of us are going to be impacted by this. I said it last year when we had 15,000. I'm telling you now, with 110,000, the city
they went from 15,000 to 110,000. That's bananas. Holy shit. I didn't know it was that gnarly.
We knew we're about to lose. And we're all in this together. All of us. Staten Island saying, send them out to Manhattan. Manhattan is saying, send them out to Queens. Queens is saying, send them out to Brooklyn. No. It's not the game we can play. Open the floor up.
What a douchebag. All right. Well, they're actually talking about it now. I mean, but the border's still wide open. And they're talking about like just making Texas deal with it. Just again, like they did before. The border problem hasn't, it gets worse every day. Every single day. This is they haven't stopped the bleeding. The bleeding's gotten worse. It's insane. It's freaking insane. It's it's going to collapse us. There's the amount of people that are coming in here illegally from all over the world is nuts. People that know nothing about American culture, don't speak a lick of the language. There's plenty of violent people coming over. Anyway, it's not good. The human trafficking that's happened. There's like 80,000 kids that have disappeared. It's freaking nuts, man. The shit that's going on is insane. They're just letting it happen. Got to ask if it's by design at a certain point. All right. That is about it for the night. I'm going to end the show on a happy little video. I even started a folder called Kings Being Kings because sometimes just dudes being badasses needs to be celebrated. And I'm sure all you guys have seen this one. This is, some people are just born to react in extreme situations, in emergency situations where like fear, hesitation, all that stuff gets put into the background, and there's only accomplishing what needs to be accomplished. And that's who this guy is. And sometimes it's firefighters, sometimes it's special forces guys, sometimes it's the pizza guy. What an absolute effing king. Absolute king. Went in there twice. Just unreal. Like, he knew it was like, okay, it's either save this girl or I'm dying. Like, I saw this somewhere else before, and I swear he was the pizza delivery guy. Like, he was in the neighborhood delivering a pizza. I think that's who this dude was. Might not be. I might have that part of the story wrong, but it was just some random person driving by. And he decided that my life is going to end tonight if I don't save this girl. He probably didn't think those exact thoughts, obviously, but like he jumped out the second story window with the kid. It's reckless abandon point. It's just, what a king. What an absolute king. All right, folks. I think that is all I got for tonight. So first shot, Padegan Stoner. Let's see, check the chat over here on Rumble really quick. Let's see. Ganko 1, Northside, 2 minutes in roughing, or 2 minutes for roughing. I get it. You're a hockey guy. Okay. Yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. But before we go, you know the rules, folks. You know the rules. Where'd my cursor go? Okay, there it is. All right, before we go, we got to read a joke from the best book ever written, The Truth About Chuck Norris. Let's see. What do we have tonight? I hope it's a good one. Maybe I'll read a longer one. Okay, I got my eyes on a longer one. Okay, I don't know if it's going to be good. It's longer. We'll see. Okay, here we go. You guys ready? All right, here's our Chuck Norris joke for the evening. One time in an airport, a guy accidentally called Chuck Norris Chick Norris. He explained it was an honest mistake and apologized profusely. Chuck accepted his apology and politely signed an autograph. 9 months later, the guy's wife gave birth to a bearded baby. The guy knew exactly what happened and blames nobody but himself. And on that note, folks, stay CaliBased.